Well, howdy, good morning and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today is going to be part 2 of our off-roading adventure with the Blazer. The big event was kind of like a Jeep rock crawling event. It was Crawling for Cops, a charity event to benefit the families of fallen police officers and police officers injured in the line of duty. Obviously a really great cause, and it was a ton of fun. Now, if you have not seen part 1, definitely check it out, because if you didn't see that, this video is not going to make any sense. So I'll put a link down below. Don't cheat, go watch part 1 if you haven't yet. Again, the link will be down below in the description. But if you have seen part 1, here is part 2 and roughly kind of where we left off in the last upload. Blazer has never been more abused. You will never believe what we just came up. Unreal stuff. And unfortunately, I can't really film it from the outside because the whole group is moving, and I don't want to, get out and ask somebody to film and slow us all down. But it was unreal. And this is not even the bad part at all. This is weak. I got to this part and I was like, wow, this is really nice. But these huge rocks and giant divots. I mean, that's like, it never looks, I swear to God, I keep saying that, it doesn't look like much on camera, but it's pretty wild. Like, it's pretty gnarly stuff. Deep mud as well. You never know when you're gonna hit like you go from rocks to a mud pit. It's awesome though. I'm freaking loving it. I'll tell you what though, like, I'm having the time of my life, but if I had a vehicle that I cared about, I would be miserable, because this is just nerve-wracking stuff. Here comes Kyle in the Jeep. Flying. That is my strategy, by the way, for the Blazer. I just kind of like, I try to get through it as fast as I can, just make the pain stop, just power through. Blazer, come on. Oh, come on, baby. We're bouncing all over the place. Wow, that's a dip there. Yep, power through. Oh. Stalled. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, I think my trans is gone. Okay. We're up. I don't know what that was, a little hiccup. I don't know what happened. A little scary. But we're back in action, we're back. Maybe just starved oil from being vertical for too long? Could be. Could be. Whew. I don't know, that was nerve-wracking. I don't know how I'm gonna edit that to make myself not sound really dumb and terrified and like panicked because I was dying on a giant hill, but we're back. We're back, but this is, like, I keep saying it, but this is crazy, guys. Like, this is insane. Way harder on the Blazer than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, really, really hard on the trucks here. It's nuts. Update for you, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I am heading out for the day. It is almost 3 o'clock, so I've been here a long time, and the event ends at 5 anyway, so I'm not really cutting it too short, but I am having some trans issues again. Not sure what's going on. I leaked a ton of fluid up that hill, and you guys saw I was having some issues. As of right now, the Blazer works, so he's doing okay, but I wanna, while I'm on like a main road, this is the, you know, where the power line is, so I can get to a main road easily. I'm just gonna quit now, because if I go in a trail, I mean, then you're totally screwed. Like, there's no way, you know, somebody could pull me out the whole way and over rocks and stuff. Like, there's no way you could tow somebody, a dead vehicle, over all that, or at least not easily. It would take hours. So I'm gonna call it quits now, but epic day. Had a ton of fun, like the most fun I've ever had in a truck by far. And a huge thank you to these guys, again, our trail guides over there in blue. I mean, it was overall, I mean, totally enjoyable experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I will. As you can see, I don't have to tell you, that was rough. That steep incline for, like, you know, really steep for almost a mile was pretty rough on the Blazer, and I think it cooked my trans. So ultimately, I did make the decision to turn around where it was safe and before I got deeper into the trails. But we are back at home, and we have the trailer. That made it back. The Duramax made it back. And as, yeah, you can see it in the camera. I thought it was hidden, but it's not. And as you can see, the Blazer is back as well. And I'll tell you, it drove off the trailer under its own power. And it appears to be, unbelievably, I promise you this, and I can demonstrate, it appears to be working again. As in perfectly in working order like the first day that I bought it. So what I think happened is that really steep uphill for so long, and, you know, really working the engine, working the trans in gear the whole time, revving up, you know, revving pretty high to keep it moving because it was so steep and tough. I think I boiled the trans fluid. And by the way, I don't have 4 low. A lot of you were saying, hey, it looks like you're in 4 high. Well, that's true. I was in 4 high because my 4 low does not work for whatever reason. I might want to get that fixed. But I think, you know, in 4 high, in gear for that long, really working it, I think I boiled the trans fluid. I don't know if I said this in the actual footage that I took during all this going on, but I was leaking fluid everywhere. Not even leaking fluid, that's not the right way to say it. The fluid was exploding all over the place out of the bottom of the truck. And there must be a release valve or something in the trans where if it gets too hot, it gets to a certain level, it can exit, because after that, and it cooled down, it was fine, and it drove back to the truck, back to the trailer under its own power. I even got to go through the big puddle. Oh! As you guys know, I wanted to do that. So it appears to be just a little hiccup, and the Blazer still lives. I mean, I really, you know, can't believe it. A lot of people at the event couldn't believe it. Like, they could not believe my truck was hanging with those Jeeps. They couldn't believe that it wasn't braking. And I don't know what to say. I feel like I might have the world's best built truck. Like, I really am kind of at a loss for words that it still works. I mean, if that truck is not a testament to Chevy build quality, at least, you know, back then when it was built, yeah, I don't know what is. Now I'm going to put a little bit more trans fluid in it and some oil in it and continue on. The Blazer lives to fight another day. And look, I'll prove it to you guys. I'm not making stuff up. Well, I don't know, actually. I haven't tried to start it today, but I assume it will. Right up, right back at it. Oil pressure looking good. Better than it was, actually. but I still want to add a little bit because it's definitely been leaking, and I don't know, I don't know how low it is, but I'll check it, and I'm sure it's a little lower than it should be. So we'll add a little oil, maybe just do a full oil change because I don't know when it was done last. But parking brake off and drive. Oh, that was a little rough, actually. A little rough. Could have just been the parking brake sticking though. And see, we're good to go. Goes in gear fine. We're in two-wheel drive now. But yeah, goes into gear okay. We'll drive over the curb. Walk right down over the curb here. Too easy. But yeah, it drives and shifts okay. No problems. A little squeaky on the brakes, but you'll see going up this hill. Shifting fine. So again, like the Blazer, just he has injuries sometimes, but then he fixes himself.
Look what I found.
What? Yeah, the Duramax did great, Blazer did great, and we'll keep trying to blow it up. But I think at this point I can say that I have the world's best built Blazer, and I think it might be indestructible. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a great night.